One place where the scars of the Spanish Civil War are all too visible is the old village of Belchite in northeastern Spain. It's a ruin. Streets are filled with the remains of buildings that were blasted to pieces during the war, which started 80 years ago this month. It was fought between the leftist Republicans and the far-right nationalists, led by General Franco, and a major flashpoint was the village of Belchite. This was the site of one of the bloodiest battles of the war. For 13 days, back in 1937, this village was under siege. The villagers were caught in the middle of the conflict, and most took to their cellars to try and survive.
La mayor parte del tiempo la gente estaba pues en las bodegas, en los sótanos. Habían construido túneles y hay veces que era imposible salir de las casas, salir de las bodegas. El día a día pues era muy duro, son 13 días de intenso calor, de combates y hasta que por fin la gente pues sería evacuada. Pero la gente lo recuerda con mucho horror esos días. Después de que acaba la batalla, pues la gente cuando sale de las bodegas se encuentran pues con muchos escombros, con muchísimos cadáveres. La olor dice que era insoportable, a putrefacción de aquellos días. Y eso es lo triste que recuerdan de la batalla.
During the siege, over 3,000 were killed, and the village of Belchite was left devastated. Like so many buildings here in Belchite, this church was completely destroyed during the fighting. And this bit of graffiti here tells a story. It says, "Old village of Belchite, your young people are no longer around to sing the songs that their fathers used to sing." After almost 3 years of fighting, the Civil War ended. The nationalist forces defeated the Republicans, and Franco went on to rule Spain as a dictator. He decreed that the village of Belchite be built anew, and that the ruin of old Belchite be left untouched as a monument to the war. Thomas was 13 years old when war came to his village. He managed to escape during the fighting with his sister and now lives in modern Belchite. But the nearby ruin brings back many memories.
Estábamos ahí, todos. Oh, yo, por ejemplo, yo no estaba nunca ahí metido, que siempre estoy por aquí o allá donde está aquel, el cacharro aquel, allí estaba en aquel rincón, siempre. y hay veces que subían a por él, para abajo, ¡hola! Es que tiraban por el arco y pasaban los tiros por el arco. Y agárrate, hasta que no se marchaban los que están enfrente de esas casas, que al último tuvieron que echar a tirar con aquello y pegaron 3 o 4 tiros y no explotaban, pero ya se marchaban de las casas esas que hay allí.
Today, Spanish-language tours of the site cater to thousands of visitors from this country and across the world. This may be a very popular site for tourists, but for local Spanish people, the question of how to memorialise the country's civil war and fascist past is the subject of fierce debate. After the death of Franco and his dictatorship in 1975, Spanish political parties agreed to an informal pact of forgetting, which meant the country's nationalist past was widely ignored. But that's changed in the last decade or so. In 2007, a law was passed to condemn General Franco's regime and honour the war's victims. And many have called for a truth and reconciliation process, like in South Africa after the end of apartheid. Still, many believe that the past should simply be forgotten, including powerful symbols like the ruins of Belchite.
Hombre, indudablemente hay de todo, pero vamos, son los menos. Realmente la gente, la generación que vivió la guerra ya, la mayor parte por desgracia, ha desaparecido, porque tenemos que saber convivir unos con otros y yo pienso que esa es la mejor referencia que podemos tener para saber qué es lo que pasa o puede pasar si no sabemos vivir juntos.
The tourists I met here also believed that the site should continue to be preserved.
No es que ni olvidarla ni recordarla, hay que condenar la barbarie que supuso una guerra civil. No hay que olvidar la historia, obviamente, hay que condenarla.
Aprender, aprendemos todos los días. Miramos hacia adelante ahora mismo, pero creo que no debemos de olvidar lo que hemos dejado atrás. Es una buena historia para no volver a cometer las mismas equivocaciones que nuestros padres. Creo que no hay que correr tanto. Corremos mucho en la vida. Llega el momento de pensar un poquito más profundamente. Aprendamos de ello.
As the anniversary of the Civil War approaches, Spain will doubtless continue to debate how it will remember its past, and perhaps 80 years is still not enough time to bring about a full and frank national conversation. But whatever happens, old Belchite will continue to stand as a striking monument and a harsh reminder of what happens when national arguments turn to violence.